Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to curl your hair with a straightener, and it is going to be the beachy look. It is going to be messy like this, so if you're interested in seeing this look, please keep watching. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing that I use when I tend to do anything with my hair are these clips. I have them in a bag. They are the Wet Brush Pro clips. I don't know why, if you guys know what the wet brush is. These were just really good. There's just these clips here, and I'll be using these to pin up all of my hair, so I'm gonna do that first. Well, after I put a quick brush through my hair. Okay, so when I tend to section off my hair, I have thick hair and I have lots of hair, and it's also long. So where I place my clips is pretty important, and where I place them will pretty much dictate how quickly I get my hair done and how nice it looks. So putting my clips in is actually pretty important to me. It's kind of how I do each step. So I'm just gonna put them in and you guys can just watch me. So when I tend to use these clips, all I really do is section off my hair. I kind of do mine. I know some people kind of go by layer this way. I kind of go down. So I do the top of my head always first, and then I grab a section on the side and make sure I make it thin enough. And then all I do is kind of grab it with my finger and just keep twisting it up, just so my clip can really grab onto it. So this is gonna really look really funny, but this is how I do my hair all the time. I found it just makes it so much easier, and you get your hair done so much quicker. Okay, so this is kind of how I tend to start. As you can see, it's all pinned up on either side, and I kind of have these two little sections just sitting here. So before we begin, guys, I just want to show you guys what I'm actually going to be using to complete this look today. The first thing that I'm going to be using is by Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. It's a heat UV protective primer. I really swear by this stuff. Honestly, this is the best primer I've ever used. It smells really good, it feels good in your hair, and it tends to do the trick. Next, I'm gonna be using my straightener. It is the Brilliance New York Diamond Iron, and I have it in pink. I got this for Christmas, and I have to say it is the best straightener I've ever used. Any straightener that you guys use, it's gonna be best if you have ceramic plates. That's what I've noticed. They're the best for your hair, they feel the best, and they just kind of glide right through your hair. So that's really good to know. And honestly, any straightener will do the trick for you guys, but this is just the one I'm using today. And then I'm also gonna show you guys what I'm gonna use to finish this look off. It's also by Bumble. It is the Surf Infusion spray. This spray actually has been on, I think it's won the Allure Beauty or Best of Beauty like 2 years in a row or something. This is absolutely awesome. Honestly, if you don't want to sit here and do your hair, honestly, I would recommend getting this, because all you do is spray this in your hair and just kind of scrunch it together, and it'll give you a nice beach wave. I found that this is actually like the best product that I've used to scrunch my hair, so I really recommend this, and I just want to show that to you guys now, because I know when I'm on spring break, I'm probably gonna bring this with me and just spray it in my hair and just kind of squeeze it together, make it a little scrunchy so it gives me that beach wave, and then just go. Because I cannot be bothered on vacation to do my hair at all, but if I am going somewhere nice and I want them to look a little bit more official, I am gonna bring this with me also. Without further ado, let's get into it. I also have my little mirror here. So this is the first time I'm doing my hair on like a little mirror, so hopefully this goes well. Okay, so now that I've sectioned off my hair, guys, what I'm gonna be showing you is a simple curl with your straightener. And there are different ways that you can do this depending on how tightly coiled you want your hair to be, or if you want it loosely coiled. So obviously I'm going for a beach wave, so I'm gonna do loosely coiled, and all I'm gonna do is use this straightener. It's very easy. So all I'm gonna do first is spray the primer in my hair, and then what I'm gonna do is grab only about an inch width-wise of hair. Obviously my hair is a lot longer than an inch, but width-wise, just about an inch. You don't want the section to be too big, or else I found that it doesn't do that well of a job in holding the curl, at least for my hair. If you go too small, I also noticed that the curls will be too tight, so you gotta kind of have to figure out what works for your hair. So all I'm gonna do is grab the section of hair, and then I'm gonna put the straightener right around it, and all I'm gonna do is clamp down, grab the section of hair, and loop it over the back of my straightener, and then all I'm gonna do is hold it there and slightly spin my curling iron completely around one time, and then you'll notice that it completely locks in around that strand. You're gonna slide it down the rest of the strand. As you can see, it made a little curl. Nothing too tight. Like I said before, these will probably fall, but I don't want something too tight. If you'd like a tighter curl, then all you have to do is hold it there a little longer. I went through the strand pretty quickly. That's why I made such a loose curl, but if you sit there and gradually kind of bring it down, it will make a tighter curl. And honestly, I just learned how to do this myself, and I found it is the best way to curl my hair anyway. It really holds the curl better than some of the other ways that I've tried. Now I think I'm gonna do the rest of my hair, and then I'm gonna fast forward so you guys will see me doing it, because I have so much hair and that would take forever and probably be pretty boring for you guys to watch, but I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So you guys can probably see every time after I drag the curl down and I pull the straightener away from it, I tend to wrap the curl around my finger just to kind of keep the curl together, because as you can see, I'm not applying hairspray. Hairspray is something that you don't want to apply to your hair while it's still cooling, especially when it's warm right after it went through the straightener like this, because it actually weighs the curl down and then it actually ruins the curl that you just tried to make, you know? So it's better to wait and do that at the end. And sometimes when you pull it through, like this one obviously did not make much of a curl, so you can just go ahead and grab it again and just run it right over. Run it right over. Just run it over again with the straightener, and that all that means is just you have to go a little bit slower and really pull it tight, and then it'll make the curl that you want. All right, woohoo, we're getting to the last leg of it, which is what I think every time I do my hair, because it takes me forever to do my hair. That's why I rarely do it, unless I'm going out or something. Alright guys, so now these are quite cool, and actually these came out really well. I'm just gonna stand up so you guys can see. These are very loose, but this isn't really what I want for like a beachy look. This is great if I was like going out or something and I wanted that, well, I would fix this top here, but this isn't really beachy. I'll show you guys again. So you see how like uniform the curls are, they kind of all stick together. So I'm just gonna show you guys the beach look right now. If you wanna leave it like this, of course you can, but what I'm gonna show you now is I'm gonna take my surf spray and I'm gonna spray this in my hair. So let me just make sure I read this. I always have to read. What's cool about this spray is you can put it on damp or dry hair. So I'm gonna shake it. Pull out any loose hairs. I'm always shedding. Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna just lift some of my sections and spray away. Lift under here. It smells really good too. Of course, I always say when my stuff smells good. So now I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna just kind of scrunch it up a little bit. You guys probably know how to scrunch. I probably don't need to explain that. What I tend to do is I like to take my brush and I like to run it through my hair, because I find that it'll make it look a lot less wavy, less than it is now. And like I said, at any point you guys can keep it the way that you want to, but I tend to like to make mine very subtle. So by using a brush, that really completes that just subtleness of just a little bit of a wave. So I'm gonna stand up again so you guys can see. Okay, that's the ends. Now I got a lot more hair to brush. So now that I brushed through my hair, I am gonna take my spray again. So as you can see, these are very, very loose. These are like those sexy Victoria's Secret waves. And that's what I love about this. You can really take this in any way that you want to, just based on a little thing, like a little spray or a little brush through the hair. It makes a big difference. I like big hair, so I tend to spray quite a bit in my hair. I just always love that like bounciness, and I like the big hair, like the 80s look. So after I get to this point, this is how I like it. They're a little bit messier. They're still like those big sexy waves. But at the end of it all, as you can see, the top of my head is really flat. I have applied so much product, not to mention that my hair is just long and heavy anyways. So I always go back with a little dry shampoo. You can use whatever that you want. I Obviously, if you guys couldn't already tell, my favorite hair one is Bumble and Bumble. I use the Bumble and Bumble Prêt-à-Powder. It's equal parts dry shampoo, style extender, and volume in a pinch. So what I'm gonna do, I kind of separate my hair right down the middle, not anything exact, but I just kind of separate it, pull it apart, and then I'm gonna grab my style extender or dry shampoo or whatever it is, and I just kind of, you can see it comes on very white, but it's awesome, it blends great. So I line it completely down the center, and then what I kind of do is lift it where I part my hair also, and then go to that part and do the same thing, kind of run it through my hair. You can really just apply it where you need it. I kind of go crazy with it because I love volume. Like I said before, I pretty much apply it all over my scalp. You're gonna just take your fingertips and just run it through your hair. Kind of go crazy, just massage it back and forth quickly. And it kind of takes a minute to blend. As you can see, it's pretty noticeable, so you do kind of have to blend it, but it really does the trick. Oh, that's a nice little head massage too. So guys, now this is it. And it took a little while to get here, but I have to say it is well worth it. And then you can just kind of play with it. If you want to add shampoo, you can. I'm actually gonna go back and apply more spray just because I love this stuff and it smells so, so good. So here you go. You can see the body of it has that awesome free curl. Like I've said it many times, but if you don't want it to look so uniform, you can just pull at it and kind of just run your hands through it. That'll really help to make it a little bit more messy. As you can see, I like my big hair, so I like it big like this. And I mean, it looks big too because I have it all in the front, but when I grab the chunks of hair and put it in the back, it looks a little less crazy. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you guys are interested in seeing more of these videos, please let me know. I am loving this tutorial and like how-to thing. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Well, if you guys are in high school, I think your break is in April, but my break is gonna be this coming week. So if you have break, I hope you have a wonderful spring break. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.